Now broadcasting from the Next Gen Conservative Studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report with Sam Whitfield.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report. I am your host, Sam Whitfield, broadcasting here live from South Florida here at NGC Studios. And I want to thank you all for joining me here tonight, wherever you are in the past, present, future, however you're listening to this on the podcast or an archive. I really appreciate you joining me, wherever you are. Contact info as usual. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @SamDaveBurns_NGC. Gab, Parler, and Minds at Sam Whitfield. Facebook.com/Whitfield Report, thesamwhitfield.com. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and all that jazz. If you'd like to donate to this stream, streamlabs.com/Whitfield Report. Patreon.com/The Whitfield Report if you'd like to subscribe monthly. Shout out to Saucin, Brew City Synth, and Fat Keck Boy for being the top donors. And without further ado, let's get on with the show. I'll have some announcements regarding the thing at the end of the show, maybe. But for right now, let me just say this, that politics is, politics at this point, folks, is a joke. I don't know how else to put it, but we are, we're just in the middle of a damn joke in terms of politics. I find it especially funny that the man who promised to unite us after the quote-unquote divisive presidency of Donald Trump has done more to segregate people, literally, than perhaps any president of my lifetime. And that even includes, Barack Obama, Bush, and Clinton. So let me start off here. I actually made a video about this earlier today, but I think it's worth noting, and Apex will be joining us here soon as well.
Hi, guys.
Good evening, Apex.
Good evening. Good evening to you, Sammy. Good evening, chat. Good evening, everyone listening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for having me, Sammy, as always.
Oh, you're welcome.
So yeah, politics is fucking retarded. It's not stupid. I mean, we're decades into stupid at this point. I mean, the facade has just finally fallen out completely off at this point. It's beyond it's not even a joke, because jokes are funny. Some of the shit's funny, I guess, but
I mean,
anyways, go ahead.
I mean, to me, it's funny in the sense that, it's just gotten so dark that, people are like, oh, why are you promoting fear porn all the time? And it's like, no, that's not the way I look at it. I'm laughing my ass off at how bad things have gotten, because that's pretty much all there is to do anymore. Like this tweet from the President of the United States, Joe Biden, who tweeted on Thursday. Let me pull up my screen here. I can't do Biden real well, but let me try. Come on, man. The rule is now simple. Get vaccinated or wear a mask until you do, corn pop. The choice is yours, man. And I quote tweeted that and said, whether you realize it or not, the President of the United States just reinstitutionalized segregation on a mass scale. Now, what I find hilarious about that is the fact that I wasn't even trying to be edgy, and yet I got DMs from people, mostly normies, being like, "Oh, how dare you? You know, Biden's not segregating people." Well, yeah, he kind of is. You know, basically creating two classes of people. You know, those
Yeah,
who are
and go ahead. I'm sorry.
those who are wearing the masks and those who aren't because they're vaccinated. And yeah, and then not to mention there was a third category which no one wants to talk about, which is the ones that you and I are in, which is we don't wear masks nor are we getting vaccinated.
Yeah,
So
fuck you.
yeah.
You know. Now, the counter, not really point, but like the one thing that I was thinking about when I was listening to your thing earlier that you posted, was that I mean, if you really think about it, barring the mask thing, vaccinations have been discriminatory. They've created a discriminatory. I mean, segregation. I mean, I don't think there's a public school in this country that you can go to and not have, vaccination records for some basic things. Now,
Sure.
admittedly, several of those are actual vaccines that have saved, I mean, literal millions of
Yeah.
people's lives. They too have done damage. Like, I mean, it's a fucking vaccine. Um, so yeah, the only thing that's different is again the masks and the severity of this, you know, illness, which is still a mystery to people on the fucking street, people that watch the news and read the newspaper. It's all fucking over the place, man. Depending on what you read, it's, I don't know. It's, I mean, obviously, and most of the audience does too, but it's it's right in our faces now, and it's, we all got locked down for a year, and now they're saying, well, you can. It's just more rules, man. Like jump through more hoops and you can have your freedoms back. Which again, we never had the right, or they never had the right to take from us in the first place. And I think people are waking up to that shit.
Yeah,
It seems.
and if you have to jump through bureaucratic hoops to get that freedom, is it really freedom? That's that's the other question. And the other thing too is people have accused me of being an anti-vaxxer. I mean, I guess depending on what your definition of an anti-vaxxer is, that depends. I'm not anti-vaccination across the board, but I certainly am for this vaccine because, as I explained a few weeks ago, this vaccine hasn't even been out for a full, year. They basically released this thing without like what usually vaccines get like 2 years of trial research before they get released.
Yeah.
This one didn't, and after.
Well, hold on. Time out. Because this is another angle that I'm glad you just said that, because former President Donald Trump released a statement recently that made a good point. There was a point in time. There's an actual recorded moment in history that the current vice president of the United States said that under no circumstances would she get a vaccination that was developed under the Trump administration. This vaccine, whatever the fucking Project Hyperspace, or whatever the fuck dumb name they called
warp
it,
speed.
Warp Speed. Yeah, Warp Speed. All this shit that everyone flailed against when it was under Trump. Now it's being hailed as like a miracle on so many fronts. And not only that, but you have to take it. You can if you take it, you can have some freedoms back. You can take that stupid thing off your face and see your family, and the media won't inundate you with fucking fear porn. So where did that go? I mean, when did we turn that fucking page? And how did everyone just fucking forget how quickly this thing was developed? And if it is a miracle, which I still don't think it is, then there's, the administration that deserves any credit is the one that developed it. I mean, it was started, developed, and came out under President Trump in here.
Yeah.
Right? So Fuck's sake.
And I
Anyway,
mean,
sorry.
the other thing too is they're acting like I mean I'm glad you brought up that the Trump administration developed it, because they're acting as if Biden was developing this, and it's like, look, Trump's not perfect by any means, but he's the one who he's the one who dealt with this crisis first and foremost. And the other thing is, look at, I know people are gonna be like, oh well, you're just touting Florida because you live there, but I mean honestly, Florida has, everyone's so thrilled at like how oh, the country is finally opening back up again, yay! And it's like, well, Florida's been open, for a while now, so I mean, and we did it without, mask mandates or, you know, uh, vaccine mandates. So it's like, it's kind of like, what the fuck? You know, why are, I mean, the whole country could have done this all along and we would have been fine. But just, again, more stupid fear porn. So.
Yeah, again, it's all par for the course at this point, man. The only thing you can really do is see it come and just try to, move in front of it, because it's gonna. I have no fucking idea where all this is going, but there's no need to speculate on that. We're on a certain talking point. Let's continue there.
No
Sorry.
one, no one really knows where this whole thing is going, and so that's why I say I'm not trying to I'm not trying to scare anyone or anything. More like I'm just laughing at how ridiculous everything is. And then the other thing too is
Yeah, you have to make sure to laugh though when you're laughing at this stuff, not just
uh
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
now, and I do find this kind of hilarious, is now the feds are also saying that you can get arrested for faking a vaccine, card and whatnot. So, uh, you know, it's almost like they know that people don't want this thing. So, and they're
Well,
going.
not only that, but like I can't remember where I was reading this, or even the names of the companies, but it was like Walmart and Kroger and Target and all these huge fucking outlet stores are no longer going to be requiring masks for the vaccinated, but they're also not going to be, nor can they, ask you for proof of vaccination. So everyone's just going to lie, you know. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I'm gonna do. Probably. Why not? Um, and also speaking of corporations, you sent me this before the show, and I actually thought this was hilarious. I have it up on screen now. From today.com, McDonald's to use packaging to promote COVID-19 vaccines. Again, this is from today.com, not The Onion. Uh, the fast food chain is partnering with the White House and encouraging customers to get vaccinated. And for those of you listening on audio, uh, let me just, I mean, this is, oh man, this is kind of funny. It's goofy as fuck, but it's basically like the red McDonald's box with a yellow syringe and like three yellow coronavirus viruses on it in place of the McDonald's logo. Now, this is something that, like, 15 years ago, you would have seen in a satire, um, article on the Onion. But no, this is from today.com. This is an actual news source, and it's looking like I was just looking at Apex. It looks like they're actually going through with this, which is funny. So, so let me.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, guys. There's some shit. I'm sorry. I have to step away for there's some shit going on here in my house. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. Kitties are probably drowning or something. Apex the Catman. But anyway, so here's the story from today. And McDonald's will soon be serving its customers a friendly reminder to get their COVID-19 vaccine. The fast food chain has partnered with the Biden administration on its We Can Do This campaign to help share vaccine information with the customers across the country, and the restaurant plans to spread the word in multiple ways over the coming months. As part of the campaign, McDonald's will debut COVID-19 vaccine information from trusted third parties on its Times Square billboard later this month. I'm not really sure how effective that's going to be, folks, considering that, it's New York City and no one's really, no one's really supposed to be in Times Square right now. I thought it was bad to gather in large crowds, and trust me, I've been to New York several times, and there's no way to there's no way to keep 6 feet apart in Times Square, especially and that's when the naked cowboy tackles you and diddles you and what? No, that's a joke, folks. Sort of, but yeah. The
Ooh,
bill.
Shit. Sorry about that, guys.
The bill.
Okay, we're still. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just riffing about. So apparently McDonald's is going to put this. Giant. Is going to start this whole thing in their. They're going to put it on their big billboard in Times Square, which I find hilarious because.
Is that in the article? Because I didn't actually get to read that yet.
Yeah, it's in the article.
Oh wow.
So
incredible.
Yeah. As part of this campaign, McDonald's will debut COVID-19 vaccine information from trusted third parties on its Times Square billboard later this month. The billboard is located right above one of the iconic McDonald's restaurants in the country, so the company is hoping to get a load of eyeballs in it. By the way, that's not saying much because they're like, from personal experience and being to New York City several times, there are like 5 damn McDonald's in Times Square alone. So
yeah,
I'm not really sure which iconic one they're talking about, but whatever.
Right.
I
mean, shit, out here in the middle of nowhere, there's a McDonald's every fucking
damn
near every mile or 5 or so.
Yeah. In July, McDonald's will roll out hot new McCafe cups and McDelivery seal stickers that will direct customers to vaccines.org, a site that's full of information on how to protect yourself from COVID-19 and how to find a vaccine appointment. You know what's funny to me is how people are going to stuff their faces with McDonald's and get get diabetes, and die that way. But damn it, as long as they're vaccinated, that's all that fucking matters. Um, so
Incredible stuff, man.
yeah,
It
incredible.
really is.
Uh,
You
the
know, uh, I watched recently, and it's actually been too long. But I was thinking about V for Vendetta, one of my
oh
favorite
fuck,
modern movies.
I love that movie.
Of
So
course, I mean, it's a great fucking movie. It's a great graphic novel as well.
I
But
was I was
in
heart.
that story though, like they fucking manufacture an illness, and I don't know, man. I need to watch it again because I want to see how that angle played out. But I just remembered that just randomly.
Yeah, no,
Um,
they
Go ahead.
manufacture an illness and
To lock everybody down and scare everybody and shit. And yeah,
yeah, and and they go way more into that in the graphic because I've read the graphic novel too, but it's been forever. They go into it more in the graphic novel.
that's right.
And and by the way, I was heartbroken when Natalie Portman shaved her head for that role. I understand why they did it, but still, fuck the Wachowskis for
The
that.
Wachowski brothers.
Yes, and I'm glad he still called them the brothers as well because I refuse to call them. I
Well,
refuse.
you just called them the Wachowskis. You definitely went the politically correct way, but I'm older than you, and I don't give a
Well,
shit.
no. The real politically correct way would be to call them the Wachowski sisters now, but I'm
Wait,
not.
are they both trannies now?
Oh yeah,
Oh, they are. I didn't know that. Oh,
fuck
that's cool, man.
yeah.
Good for them. Fucking idiots.
The Matrix is about being a trans person. No, it's fucking not. Stop
It's
trying.
about Jesus. Jesus was a trans person. Sorry, again.
Stop trying to retcon your own shit. So, don't.
Man, I've been choking on my. Well, never mind. I was gonna say choking on my beverages all day. Uh, Anyways,
Uh huh.
no relevance to what we were just talking about.
Still funny. I.
hmm What are you drinking? Cum, Apex? That's what shows.
Shut up! Stop reading
No,
my mind,
we got to
faggot.
we got to save that shit for the Patreon episodes. And which, by
Yeah.
the way, I'm starting to doing my eating on mic bit, so that if you hate it, you have to pay money on Patreon or somewhere else.
Yep. Uh,
That's a brilliant strategy, right? It certainly won't drive
yep.
everyone away.
If they're paying for it, then they're all
Well, but
right.
again, the crux of my strategy is trying to lure people to your Patreon that aren't paying for it already.
Well, they should because they'll get the Titfield report too. So
Well, of course they should subscribe to your Patreon. I mean, that's where, they won't know about Slammy Dickfield if they don't.
my they won't.
Genuinely, the hardest I've laughed in a at least a year, if not more than that.
They won't know
That
about
was fun.
They won't know about Slammy Dickfield. They won't know about Sammy Hefner either. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I forgot about Steve. Oh, that was so good.
Okay. Speaking of funny though, the We Can Do This campaign officially launched in March, and its multi-billion-dollar public education campaign that will include ads on television, uh, radio, online, and social media platforms. So the fact that they called the "We Can Do This" campaign, I don't know, but that to me that sounds a lot like Obama's old campaign slogan, like yes we can, or something like
Thank you,
that.
Satan.
Something
Thank you, Satan. You
something
remember
like
that?
that. Yep.
Yeah, yes, we can backwards.
Uh,
Oh yeah, and also feet pics on the Patreon. Thank you, Brew, for the reminder.
lots
Sammy's
of
lots of feet pics.
so we want to protect ourselves and our loved ones and be together with our communities again. McDonald's is excited to be doing our part. Blah 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 blah. More, more more BS. Uh, McDonald's was an early supporter of that vaccine, and back in February. Oh, sure you guys were. Again,
Yeah.
again, it's perfectly okay to stuff yourself full of burgers and diabetes, right? But God forbid you don't get the vaccine, you're going to be super unhealthy. So, uh,
Yeah, that's another thing. McDonald's, who for decades have been roundly criticized, and rightfully so, for, I mean, their plethora of just consumer unfriendly practices. I mean, good deals on the surface, but just feeding people poison and whatnot.
and I mean,
Um,
and I
like
mean,
they give a fuck about anything but profit, dude. They are a business that cares about profit. I don't know like why this is all this. I mean, since last year when everyone jumped on the Black Lives Matter fucking bandwagon, still got their window smashed in, of course, and shit stolen, but they hung to it, and now they're all they're all darlings of these fucking idiots that they just eat it up, man. It's fucking I don't get it, man.
um, yeah, someone in the chat is saying COVID or diabetes. What's the difference? Yeah. Well, diabetes tastes a lot better, I guess. So, and to
Yeah,
be,
especially diabetic people, they taste way better. Wait, what?
damn Apex, this is why you need to stop hanging around Alan so much. I told Alan he can't eat people anymore.
Listen,
So,
I brought that man back to life, and he showed me the recipe immediately. I think it's the one thing he brought back from the afterlife. It was the
uh,
recipe for fat diabetic people that makes them taste delicious.
you know what? That would fat
Oh
type.
fuck, dude, that's right. The McDonald's even they got rid of salads because of COVID. The
Oh,
fuck?
oh,
Everyone
that's
be
right.
healthy,
Yeah.
right? He fucking dude, goddamn Bruce City on point as usual.
Oh, yeah. That's right. They got rid of the salads, and then they got rid of their steak sandwiches too, which were actually pretty
Oh, they
good.
just brought those back. They brought back the bagels, the steak bagels, to placate people for the salads being gone. Here, you fatty, eat some fucking greasy ass steak on a bagel instead.
I have to admit those are pretty damn good though. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
I think they're disgusting, but I think everything from McDonald's is disgusting.
yeah. Uh, you know, Chick-fil-A has even gotten cucked to a lot of this stuff. So, yeah. What are
I
you
don't
gonna?
know. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, all I don't know, dude, because I feel like a lot of them just they have to play ball,
Yeah.
and you know, this is a bit of a sidebar, but something I know I've ranted privately and well, certainly on the stream about the whole mask thing, and particularly how at work is the only place that I strap one around my ears willingly because I consider it part of my uniform. I don't wear it over my face; it gets perpetually around my chin, and nobody gives a fuck. Um,
Yeah.
but they also recently, I'd say, 6 months ago or so, started making us or requiring employees to do this like check-in thing where you have to either go on an app or call a number or text a number and answer a series of questions. They were most of them were arbitrary and fucking retarded. Like literally asking you every single day in the last 10 days have you been in a group of people? In the last 10 days have you had symptoms of this or been around someone with that? It's like, I mean, I just answered this question yesterday. Why do you have to, you know what I mean? So anyway, the final question on the questionnaire up until a couple of days ago was, do you, I have it clipped somewhere, but it's something like, do you do you promise to wear a mask at all times on the sales floor within 6 feet of another person? You know, they're just yes
Yeah,
no questions, but they just recently changed it pretty significantly. They got rid of half of the questions, and it's much more relevant, and they no longer have that question in there. So I don't think my state has dropped the mandates yet. Maybe they have, but almost no customers come in with a mask on. I have officially bucked it at work now too. I don't wear. I mean, my general manager, my district manager have all been there with me, and nobody says anything. So
I
I don't know if it's a rule yet, but again, it's like officially on paper, the company's like, yeah, you need to wear this, but they're, nobody really cares, man. They're just worried about liability on themselves. I wear a fucking little RFID tracker, so it keeps me, whatever.
yeah,
But yeah,
I think I told you last year when this whole thing started. My frickin' college was requiring us to do the same register, like the same daily check-in thing, uh, for whether or not, like the symptom check. They were even making us do it on the weekends, which was stupid. And if you missed like a certain uh, amount of days, they would like penalize of the thing. They would penalize you or something. So, um, it was stupid that they did away with that this semester, and they're not requiring it if unless you're like going on campus. But I mean, I'm so close to my campus that I can literally just roll over there, and I've never I haven't done it at all. It's funny just to show up and kind of like surprise them. But no one checks the computer anyway. So
yeah.
it's
Well, again, the reason for me bringing that up is I feel like it's gonna be like cartoonish, like quietly lift the rug and while everyone's looking at you and sweep fucking shit under the rug and drop the rug and maybe not. I mean, maybe that's optimistic thinking, but
you know
uh, yeah, like shit's gonna just slowly shift back to like people are again to go back to one of your main points or what we were talking about this vaccine shit, and you don't have to wear a mask if you're fully vaccinated now, and you can go out in public if you're fully vaccinated. Only no one in public is going to ask you if you're vaccinated. They can't. So it's just like you get vaccinated if you want. It's just we're going to go back to fucking lying, just like we have been about politics and just about every other social issue, every fucking thing else. We'll just go back to pretending it never happened and everything's fine.
an,
Whatever.
another good point that Sean over at Versa brought up. I can't remember if he said this on air or I know he said this to me off air, but he brought up the fact that like he was hearing that like as long as you're sitting down, you don't have to wear a mask. So he's like, so Sam, you're in the clear since you're sitting down all of the damn time, right? Because one of the things is, well, if you're standing, then you're more at risk for fucking for COVID to you know like it somehow infects your body when you're standing up or something. You're just retarded retarded shit like that that people are unironically buying as being serious. So
Even out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, man, I've seen some of the wildest contraptions, people's faces, and dude. I actually saw someone went viral on Instagram, or she went viral on Instagram, but I saw like the clips of it on Twitter. She was wearing like a rhinestone mask.
Oh
And the mask
yeah.
is just, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. She was on a plane or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, it looks like a mask or whatever." And then some fucking Karen, I think it was on TikTok or something, whatever, like called her out and contacted the airline and all this other shit. Well, that exact same mask, um, I've seen in public, and I even called her. I even asked her. I was like, "That's." Because I mean, I don't care. I'm like, that's a pretty clever way to not fucking wear a mask and have some shiny shit on your face. She's started laughing, but that's not the weird ones. The weird ones are like the fucking the space helmets, which I have seen, along with people still wearing visors and multi masks. You know,
Yeah.
what looks to be two surgical masks and then like a cloth mask on top of that. I'm like, bro, you're 65 or 70 years old. Why do you have all that shit on your face?
Bruce
Oh man.
Bruce City says the colleges here are doing random testing every week of 500 students, and if you refuse the test, they give you a $50 fine and take away access to certain areas of campus, like the library. Yeah, I mean there were some colleges that were trying to do that. That were trying to do that here, and basically like a whole bunch of students. Uh, I think FSU was trying to do that. Florida State, not where I'm going, the University of South Florida, but FSU was trying to do that, and a couple of students basically threatened to sue if they, enacted those rules. So they didn't. So and yeah, we should start a wheelchair gang. I think with everything else going on, why not? I mean, people are starting fucking farmland cults, so why not wheelchair gangs too? Let's do it.
Right, bro, I could do some dope fucking wheelies in a manual hand operated wheelchair. I can
Oh
wheelie for
yeah.
days, man. I got mad balance.
Yeah, I used to be able to back when I had my manual
We'll have to
chair.
figure. Yeah, yours is like anti wheelie. That shit's fucking built to not let you wheelie
My mine is basically a literal tank though, and
on aware.
a rate machine too.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes, and much deeper lore on the Patreon. um,
uh,
Pope of Karens, a friend from my Discord, would like to join the chat.
internet blood sports. Well. Did I send you? Did I? I know I gave you administrative privileges in my Discord, so uh, do you want to send
Oh yeah,
that?
I guess I could just send it to him. Huh?
Do you want to send that
Yeah,
N
I can
word
do
an invite? So
that. Hell yeah, bro.
I almost said the actual word here on.
Yeah, see, when we're off air, Sammy only he speaks only in N word. It gets very confusing sometimes. It's you just have
Uh,
to pay attention to the inflection and like his tone. It's like a some weird foreign language. Oh wow, that was fast. Hi Pope, welcome to the show, friend.
is is Pope gonna be gay?
Hello,
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
hey.
I'm here.
What's up, brother?
I'm alive. Not much.
How do you feel
Can
about
you
all
run me?
this?
Are we still talking about the mask debate?
No, I
Yeah.
mean it's kind of been a long-running theme, but it started with Sammy's proclamation or just observation that Joe Biden is, kind of normalizing segregation again by the whole vaccinated wear masks. You don't have to wear masks, and still wear masks if you
Okay.
don't, etc. etc.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Here's my hot take. I don't want to be near the mask wearers, so let's keep us segregated.
Got to keep them segregated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm. It's a good way to. It is kind of like a gold star, in a way,
Yeah.
in its own right. It lets you know, who to
No,
steer clear of.
no,
Let's say whose business
Yeah.
not to shop at, or
no, it is, and plus with all these, with all these vaccine cards, I mean, it's pretty much like having papers,
Yeah.
now.
exactly.
And then
So,
yeah.
but
And then this might lead us to bring back, racial segregation
but
back in the
but
good old days of my grandpappy's time.
but 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 oh no, Trump is the Nazi, right? Yeah, despite the fact that Biden has, and that's my other point too. Biden has done more, has instigated more Third Reich-esque shit, like the like the vaccine cards and whatnot, than Trump ever did. Trump just said mean words. Boo hoo. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Trump should have did more Third Reich shit. Have you thought
Yeah,
of that, Sammy?
maybe he
I
should have.
mean,
Maybe he should have like legit sent fucking military into Portland and fucking line those retards up on the news.
Yeah.
I mean, with like 100 angles. Could you imagine?
I don't think that would have been a good idea, and I say that only because
Damn it! Yeah, you're probably right, but just imagine how cool that
How would that be a bad idea?
well,
Like-
it would have been a bad idea because the erection I would have gotten from that would have just been massive.
You might have.
Okay.
You might have had a heart attack. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, that would be bad optics," but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Sammy has the correct opinion that
That's right.
that
Hot.
might have it might have killed Sammy.
I would have just thought been like, oh my god, they're actually yes, they're doing they're doing it. They're lighting up the Black Lives Matter activists for real. Holy shit, this is the best day ever.
Okay, but you know what the most disturbing thing is? But it's also the funniest. Portland got, they had a warlord who had a piece of shit Century Arms AK with a
Yeah.
piece of shit Zukov stock.
Yeah, well, so my friend Dan Sandini, who's a citizen journalist, he actually used to work with Andrew Breitbart back in the day, and I consider Dan a mentor of mine in citizen journalism. I've actually met him IRL because he lives here in Florida now, but he used to live in Portland, and he said the shit that they would get into in Portland was just like he said that that what America saw on January 6th with the crazy what's his face, the guy who was like wearing furs and
The Viking shit. Yeah.
yeah, he said that's nothing compared to the shit that the anarchists in Portland wear. That's just every day, and
Well, that's obvious. I mean, that's
Yeah.
obvious to anybody paying attention.
Well,
Yeah, that's a
but Apex
that's a cold take, Sam.
well, but
That's a cold
Apex
take, Sammy.
that's also the key. that's the key word to anyone who's paying attention. Obviously, you and Pope here, we all pay attention. So does.
Sorry, Sam, but that's several words. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The key.
No.
Those are the key words. But Go ahead.
Now,
Sorry.
now, Sam, I have something to say. Do you consider Charles Foster Kane to be one of your mentors in journalism?
Hell
There's
yeah.
only one. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate the reference too. So
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually half tempted to just go inside of like a bar or a restaurant, just like slam my hand against a table and just yell, "I'm Charles Foster Kane, damn it!" and see if anyone gets the reference, or if
I
I get kicked out for being a crazy person.
I used to have, and I need to get it back up and running, but I used to have a soundboard full of Orson Welles clips that I used to play
Yeah.
on the show like a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Well, I mean, Orson Welles is an American treasure.
well, even in his later years with the whole Marsan champagne, commercial that he did, where he's literally slurring his words. It's you know, it's even that is just
I mean,
genius.
the dude was in a Transformers movie. Well, an actual good Transformers movie.
Yeah, back at
So
yeah,
he wins. He was in the only good Transformers movie.
yeah,
Who are we talking about?
Orson Welles,
Orson Welles.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah. He's
and
a national treasure. Like his passing just ruined the entire timeline.
somewhere out there, he's still alive in an alternate timeline.
He's rolling in his
Somewhere.
fucking grave, is what he's doing.
No, no. Actually, he's at the island of Avalon, regaining his strength. King Arthur style. Until one day he can come back and bless us all with his presence.
Him and Marlon Brando both.
No. Him and John Wayne. I mean, John
There we go.
Wayne.
John fucking Wayne. That's right.
There will never
Right,
be a
boy.
man. There will never be a man as based as John Wayne.
I mean, Clint Eastwood is pretty based.
Clint
I don't
Eastwood
know,
Clint Eastwood exists in John Wayne's shadow. I mean, that is an actual fact. Clint Eastwood is pretty
Oh
based
yeah,
too, obviously, but he is
Yeah.
he is a watered down version of John Wayne. John Wayne is
Yeah,
a fucking
but
legend.
Clint Eastwood
did Clint Eastwood ever say, "I believe in white supremacy until blacks can learn how to read"? Did Clint Eastwood ever say that? No, John Wayne said that. So he's better. And also, he started impregnating South American women, spreading his genes towards them, improving the genome of South America.
So did
I'm pretty sure Clint Eastwood married a white woman, which
he
and just kept on white genes
he
instead of
he
passing his.
he did, but he had lots of fun at the Playboy Mansion in the 70s. Let's
I don't
just
know, but I will say Clint Eastwood did the biggest power move. Yeah, I don't know which town he was living in, but he was living in a town in California.
Carmel. He was the mayor of Carmel for years.
Yeah, no. The reason why he ran for mayor is because the city council told him, "No, you can't build this." So he just literally told them, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna run for mayor. I'm gonna be the boss of all of you, and I'm gonna build whatever I want." And also, while I'm in office, I'm getting rid of a law that says that you can't eat ice cream in public because it's a stupid law.
Yeah,
There's still a bunch of those stupid fucking laws in the country, actually. Like you can't eat hamburgers walking down the street backwards in some state or some town somewhere or something. I don't know.
No. There's a town. I mean, not a town. A state. I think it's like Maine, where it's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Right.
I mean, I appreciate the sentiment because, I mean, if I saw somebody with an ice cream cone in their back pocket, I wouldn't want to be near them.
No,
But
I would
that's just
fucking Go ahead.
That's a stupid thing to write on paper.
I would fucking Napoleon Dynamite that shit. I would instinctively just put a fucking front kick as hard as I could into their pocket. Watch ice cream explode. Sorry, nerd.
Oh, Dick,
Yeah.
those were my tots, dude.
I don't know, Sammy.
It was my ice cream cone,
what are
dude.
your thoughts on the ice cream cone in the back pocket question?
Well, I mean, it depends on the context. Like, is someone gonna try and stab a motherfucker with an ice cream cone, or what? Are we?
No.
It's not a fair. It's not a fair question for Sammy because Sammy's back pockets are like the thing you put on the back of your seat to hold a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't use my actual back pocket.
Okay, but you're seeing somebody
Sorry,
in
man.
the street. Okay, you see like a 26-year-old man. He seems perfectly reasonable. You talk to him and everything. He has an ice cream cone in his hand. He has to go grab his phone, but instead of like switching hands or anything, he just puts it in his back pocket to get his phone. Like, do you lose all respect for him, or do you say, yeah, this is kind of weird, but I guess I can respect him as a human being.
I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for this behavior that I'm witnessing right now.
Depends. I mean, it. First off, that sounds like a bit from Curb Your Enthusiasm or something like that.
I have literally never seen an
Me neither.
episode, and
Me neither.
I've never even seen a clip from that show.
I think I've seen clips, but they weren't funny enough to have any interest in it.
You,
I don't know.
The theme song goes well at the end of many things, or during or
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I want to give my opinion on Larry David, but I don't want to nuke Sammy's channel, so I'm just gonna keep my
hold on.
opinions on him to myself.
We have a Palestine Israel segment coming up, so hold that thought, my friend.
and believe me, neither of you two are gonna like my neither of you two are gonna like my stance on it.
I don't think that's true, Sammy, but
I mean, literally, no, we should just get into that now.
Yeah,
well, when I said later, that's what I meant. Was after I was done talking.
We might as well. Also, real quick though, I want to.
Do some promoting real quick, Sammy.
First off, Larry Rapshaw sent me $5 via PayPal. So, no, I can't see if there was a message, but thank you, Larry. Much appreciated. And yeah, I recently started an Odyssey channel, and I am glad I did, especially with what we're about to talk about, because the YouTube is just looking for excuses to nuke me, so go over and subscribe over on Odyssey. The link is in the description below. So let's see. Pope, I don't know if you're there, but while we're waiting, how did you run across Apex?
Yeah, it was the Zero Tech server. We would hang out in the voice chat. He was a pretty cool guy. One of the actual few good people in that server.
Yeah,
because there's about like 500 spurgs and about like 5 good people.
Yeah, well, that tends to be the internet blood sports as a whole. I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a community full of good people. It's just the spurgs kind of just ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the people there are actually just good people that, hey, we just want to laugh at morally disgusting human beings. We'll just sit there and laugh at them. But then you have people that just like, oh yeah, I'm a wannabe doxer, or I go around in an internet gang being cool. It's just like, yeah, no, those people.
Yeah,
I don't like those people.
and that's why
Yes.
that's why I never like got into that whole side of the internet. I mean, I guess I'm more of like a comedy podcaster. The show used to be much more seriously political, but as I said at the beginning of the show, politics is a fucking joke, especially now. So now I'm making a career of laughing, ridiculing it and laughing at it. So.
Whatever you do, just don't become a Bill Maher.
Oh God. Fuck no. I'm.
Oh man, Bill Maher is just. I kind of wish when Ice Cube was grilling him on using the N-word, I wish Ice Cube would have just like grabbed him by his head and just smashed his head against the table until his head became brain matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one political guy I like who, well, I don't like him. I'm a fan is Dennis Miller. So I appreciate your obscure references, Pope, because that's kind
Wait,
of.
I wasn't making an obscure reference. I actually do want Ice. I really did want Ice Cube to bash Bill Maher's head until.
I mean, not that,
Hell yeah.
but the Orson Bean reference. That is, or not the Orson Welles reference. So.
Oh
So
yeah.
who the fuck is Orson Bean? That's a cool name.
Orson Bean is also an actor. He's dead now.
No.
Oh. Yeah, as opposed to Orson Welles, who's totally alive at the moment.
Somewhere out there he is. So.
Somewhere on Avalon Island or whatever Pope said just a minute ago.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, is that the King Arthur lore? I'm
not sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Quite
King
frankly.
Arthur was honestly, King Arthur's kind of lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
would
like,
agree.
I
Gets his
shit you
powers
not.
from-
There's a
Yeah, go ahead.
his version. There's a version of Excalibur where all it does is shoot out rainbow beams. It doesn't even hurt
That sounds
anybody, but
cool,
every
man.
time he swings it, a rainbow comes out.
Fucking. That's cool, man. I'd like that. You have any idea how distracted people would be? Some cool memes, and you could slaughter the fuck out of like a lot of people.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even see you. It'd be a rainbow. It'd be a rainbow.
Yeah, you got a good point.
Cloud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You got
I mean, if you could get over
point.
the gay part,
Yeah. Oh no, the local chupacabras are barking.
Mm,
I'm scared now.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah. So Israel, Palestine, Sammy.
Well,
I think it's kind of interesting. Do you remember? Surely, you both, surely you both recall the Iron Dome being rolled out. I feel like it wasn't even that long ago, which is Israel's missile defense system for their, illegitimate state there.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it this way.
you mean they're totally you mean they're totally legitimate state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think
I'm just gonna give.
Go ahead, Pope.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give out the hot take. Well, seeing how Israel has better looking women than Palestine, I think Israel should win. They should commit all the war crimes, and the Palestinians should be wiped off the face of the earth.
Whoa, so
Israeli women just look better.
Pope and I Pope and I are in agreement here on this.
Well, no, Sammy, time out. We'll get to your take, which was not what Pope just said, but I have a counter to that. How the fuck do you know? Considering all of them are covered in trash bags. That the Israelis are hotter than.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the Israeli women strip down easier for me to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just easier to judge.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, facts are,
Yeah.
just what you've personally experienced. That is how
Yeah.
that is how it works. I think.
That
Yeah.
But
that's
Sammy's take, you want to go ahead and give your actual take, not that Israel should win and Palestine should be wiped off the face of the earth. What did you say?
no.
Pre-show?
That is my actual take.
Oh, well, because you said the entirety of Palestine and Israel and all of the Middle East should be glassed. That is verbatim. That is verbatim. You said that. I heard you. You said that.
Basically, I think the Middle East should be glassed, except for Israel.
Okay, so pick one, bitch. Save the hot Jews in Israel, or glass them along with the rest of the fucking
No,
shithole.
save the hot Israeli chicks, and then
Bro, have you ever seen Swedish women?
yes,
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
any like Russian women?
yeah.
Israel's tiny. Look, I'm sorry. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Sometimes we have to. I agree with Sammy's
Okay.
actual point.
Well, what? Well, why not? Well, why not? Why not get all the hot Israeli women
Because
and
then you have
then
a subversive element ready to start it all over again, bro. No. Judaism is passed through the mother, right?
gee, that explains
It's true.
that
It's
explains
true.
a lot then. So somewhere I may have kids that are future Mossad agents. So
Wait, you're not on their payroll right now?
well, I mean, believe it or not, I mean, I did interview Ben Shapiro, but I did not get on the payroll of the Daily Wire.
Wait, no shit. You actually interviewed Ben Shapiro?
Yeah. What
Okay.
That is a
Okay.
fact, actually, Pope.
what did
Okay. I have a question. Is he actually 5'9" like he claims?
Well, it was an audio interview, I think, right?
it was an audio interview. I was,
Oh.
but
Okay.
Sammy was
No,
like
that was,
12 years old or something, and Ben
17.
Shapiro was like 15 or something.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
I
both
don't know,
babies.
I mean, literally, that was my only question.
I
I literally don't
mean,
care about anything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty
There's
cool.
a great, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a great debate over his height. Because he claims to be like 5'9", but there's a lot of people that claim to have met him that say like, yeah, no, he's not 5'9". Kind of like how,
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan
Yeah.
is exceptionally fucking short too, man. It's absurd when you see him next to normal-sized human beings.
you know,
oh yeah,
who is actually extremely tall, who I actually have met in person is Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck is, well, he's like 6'2" or something.
Glenn Beck can eat my asshole. How
Well,
about that?
well, yeah, he can eat mine now as well, faggot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can. I mean, technically, he can eat anybody's asshole that he wants to, if he really, really wants to.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean,
you know who can't? You know who can't eat our assholes? Andrew Breitbart, because he's dead.
Poor
ooh,
bastard.
ooh, you went there. Pope, I fucking love Breitbart. Not the
Actually, no, I have nothing wrong with Andrew Breitbart, but I just wanted to make that joke. I have nothing against him. From what I can tell, he seems to be a decent person that didn't do any
Well, he's
weird,
dead.
shady shit.
He's dead now, so
you know.
Okay,
he seems chill.
used to be.
You know,
Yeah, there you go.
you know who else? You know who else can't do anything is Vince Foster, because Hillary Clinton totally didn't kill him. So
Look, y'all better not be disrespecting my girl Hillary Clinton. Look,
Uh-oh.
one day, I hope to be as effective as a criminal as Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, let's be real,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, like, dude, like whenever I do something illegal, I'm just like, man, I hope I can just pull this off like Hillary.
Well, the only thing you're missing is a shitload of money, realistically,
Yeah.
and undue influence over time, via
Yeah.
cheating, lying, stealing, and money.
You know,
So I
Yeah.
mean, to do it the Clinton way would be to do it incredibly obvious as far as the record is concerned.
Oh no, also she gave every man a get out of jail free card when Bill Clinton got into his controversy when she said that oral sex isn't sex. He gave she gave every man in America a get out of jail free card.
that is true, and I've got to respect her for that.
Yeah. He
So,
gave all of us a get out of jail free card.
but you know what? I've also got to respect Donald Trump because I remember in 2016 when it was revealed that Karen McDougal was his mistress, and it became a big thing for like a month or two, and I think every guy in America Googled her, and she's a Playmate of the Year. I'm not I'm not sure that whole thing, like they were trying to use that narrative to like shame Trump. But if
They
anything,
threw everything except the kitchen sink at him.
yeah, and he still won. It's beautiful. Even though he's no longer president, the fact that they still get angry that he won in the first place is is genius. So,
Well, I mean, the very fact that Stephen Colbert is still whining about him,
so
that just means he won.
so is you know which other hack I can't stand? Who I actually got blocked on Twitter by is Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann still whines incessantly like a little fucking girl about Trump, and it's hilarious and pathetic.
Yeah, but Keith Olbermann, he's literally a nobody.
Yeah, and yet ESPN still.
It's Stephen Colbert, but Keith. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Stephen Colbert. Believe it or not, he was actually once a respected comedian.
I
But
mean,
his constant a-logging lost all his respect. He was once a respected political comedian, but he a-logged Trump so hard that everybody lost respect for him.
same with Jon Stewart. After Jon Stewart left the Daily Show and started to go woke, he him and Jimmy Kimmel both. Jimmy Kimmel used to be on the fucking Man Show with Adam Carolla.
Yeah,
And
you know what the sad thing is? Jon Stewart was like the first. He was one of the first guys to start going after CNN.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I remember he was on Crossfire going up against Tucker Carlson and some other hack from CNN. But he was basically just saying like, you people are just a bunch of hacks. Your viewers are all just people in the airports. That's it.
Bunch of hacks.
Yeah. But Jon Stewart's correct. Literally all of CNN's viewership comes from airports just saying, what should we put on? It's like, okay, on this TV we're going to put in CNN. On this TV we're going to put in MSNBC. And this
airports,
one we're putting on
bars,
Fox News.
gyms, fucking. I mean, there's tons of places like that. Restaurants and shit. I mean, restaurants tend to have sports on, but if there's not sports on, they'll put on news or
Yeah.
one of the main basic channels or whatever. So yeah, absolutely, that's where the
Yeah, and
viewership
it's
comes
just
from.
yeah, and it's just background noise that nobody pays attention to.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Because the only time anybody actually pays attention to the TV in a bar
Excuse me.
is not even during most sports events. It's just during like the big ones.
Well, yeah.
Like for example, like if a Floyd Mayweather fight happens, that's the only time anybody's gonna pay attention to that TV. Or same with the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, honestly, like at a bar, I will, if there's a TV on and if there's something, even if it's a sport or team that I don't care much about, I'll at least look at it. If not that, I'll be looking at my phone.
Yeah.
Or, or I mean, effectively I'm trying to avoid conversation with the fucking drunk idiots around me most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if like boxing or UFC is actually on the TV, I'll watch it. But other than that, I don't care about the other sports. Actually, I don't even care about.
Actually.
Honestly, I don't even care about UFC. The only sport I actually really like is boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hockey. I'm a big fan of hockey, personally.
Yeah,
I think it's the only main sport left.
I'm a big fan
Those
of
niggas fight, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, in boxing, that's literally the sport. But hockey is a different thing that allows them to drop their fucking gear and beat the shit out of each other. Still, it's it's way cucked compared to what it was even 10 years ago. But they still can and do. I mean, there'll be a puck drop and 6 people drop their fucking gloves. It's like they won't even go for the puck. They're like, "Yep, first puck drop, we're gonna fight you, shit talking fucking faggots."
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one of my good friends on the internet, his name is called Joshua the Grim, also known as Cakes. He's a amateur hockey player.
Oh hell
and
yeah, dude!
That dude gets into fights all the time.
Dude,
he even got into a fight with this tranny. This tranny literally had 41. He had 41 on his shirt, and he just started cracking jokes with him and started, fighting that tranny. And because of that, he's no longer allowed to play with that division.
Aw. Yeah, that's gay.
Yeah,
that's the other thing is they still got to, it's still in the mainstream and shit, so they still got to kind of mind their P's and Q's. But the sport itself is still relatively pure in that sense. Like, it's, to be fair, it's it's one of the few sports left for a short, talented white boy. Not exclusively. Obviously, there's tall white boys in there too, but yeah, it's a high skill game. I mean, on ice with a stick, shooting a puck around. You know what I mean? It's very hard to do. I mean, just riding around on skates is hard for almost everybody to do.
It's fun. It's fun to watch in person too.
It's incredibly. If you've never seen a hockey game in person, you've never actually watched hockey. That's the thing,
right?
Like not just watching it live, but the atmosphere and shit. It's so fun.
Yeah,
even a bunch of Blackhawks games myself.
Even college hockey is.
Yeah, dude, college hockey's way better. They fight. They fight so much more in the fucking what would be like AAA hockey. Like the not college, but like the minors, effectively.
Yeah,
dude, college does too, but college they're still shooting for scholarships and shit. But those AAA players, they're getting paid to go out there and waiting for their call up to the majors, kind of thing. That's good stuff. Anyway, yeah, sports are gay. Let's talk about nuking, some part of the Middle East again.
Yeah. So
did we finish that segment, or
I mean,
done here, or what are we doing, Sam?
No, my take is the only good take.
I mean,
No, it's not. It's your own take. It's fine. You can have it, but it's not the only good one.
It's the only good take.
I kind of agree with Pope, and again, this is where the Titfield report comes into play here. Israeli women are hot. I could rip off Nick Mullen's "Come Town" bit and say, "Oh, we're bombing Syria again? Good." But there are a bunch of ragtag.
That's Jerry Seinfeld's bit, man. It's a new hour he's working on. I don't know what Mullen is or what Come Town is, but
no.
I heard
That's a lie. That's a lie. Jerry Seinfeld would never come up with anything.
So I hear we're bombing Syria again.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't even come up with that. He wouldn't come up with that. Jerry Seinfeld is the worst of the worst.
A Nick Mullen impression of Jerry Seinfeld doing like blue comedy, talking about raping people and being gay for Derek Chauvin and bombing Syria and shit like that. So
can I just say that Derek Chauvin is a hero, and he is falsely imprisoned.
You can say whatever you want, man. This is a free country. So.
Yeah, he's a falsely imprisoned man. You know, free Derek Chauvin.
Damn hot take. I think he's cute.
Yeah. I want to go. I want to go kisses on his ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the nearest drug addict, and I'm gonna knee on their neck while they're overdosing on fentanyl. I'm gonna knee on their neck while they're overdosing on fentanyl in solidarity with Derek Chauvin.
Damn, that's based.
Yeah.
You know, here is one question I do have that's actually serious. How many thousands of incidences are there of cops killing white people or Latino people or
not black, Sam? It doesn't matter. We've been over that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what is interesting that I saw popping up at least a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, that one of the jurors that testified that he had never been part of any kind of protest had been a photograph was released of him wearing a some sort of George Floyd memorabilia at a bar or something prior to jury selection. At least I think that's how it went. Either way, whether it was after the trial or not, he's like, knees off our necks or some shit with that stupid picture of George Floyd.
Bert. And honestly, I thought that picture of George Floyd was photoshopped for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean it looks filtered.
But no, it's 100% real.
Isn't Derek Chauvin going to try and appeal, or his lawyer would in this case?
Yeah, his lawyer's trying to appeal.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to be successful.
Maybe not, but I mean, if that photo of the juror comes out, that might kind of help with that.
Anything.
So
it's not going to do anything.
Someone says kick Pope. He's a racist.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. That's my alt account.
Well, what is racism anymore? We're all racist now, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's an alt account.
So, I personally think that Pope's avatar is cool.
Oh yeah, the little Sheba looking down.
Mm-hmm. I think Sheebs are adorable, as does everyone.
They are They're pretty cute, but apparently they were extremely hard to actually train.
I mean, sheeps are pretty much just memes at this point. So,
Yeah.
but,
And not only that, but they're most of them are in Japan, which makes them really expensive.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, there was some story related to Japan, like I don't know. Shit, what
You
was?
know, actually, funny thing about Japan, there was a guy that went on like a killing spree with a knife. This Japanese dude with a knife killed more people than most school shooters do with an AR-15 and a 30-round magazine.
Oh yeah, that's not new. That's you know, that's not new. That's and that story has been out there for a while. It just, you know,
Oh yeah. Oh
it's
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it like it's new, but I just think it's funny. Just
it,
like a shy Japanese dude with a knife just outdid Americans with,
well that
with rifles.
well
That's
so you want a really controversial take. I mean, it'll be a cold take to you in Apex, but again, going back to the whole Israel Palestine thing, this whole thing with quote unquote Zionism uh being bad and whatnot. I mean, tell that to France, who France is being France is being overrun by people like Eli the Muzzy. So, um, you
oh,
know,
or
He's in
are you talking
Australia though.
to?
well, yeah,
Yeah, come on,
he's
don't
in
down talk Eli, the man that sold the world.
Oh
he
shit.
he's in Australia, his Muslim brethren are in France, stabbing
I see.
people and
It's true. He's
shooting
probably related to all of them.
and
Actually, I don't even think Eli's a Muslim. I think he's either like a Christian or agnostic. You never.
He's just Arab, but the beam is calling him a Muzzy because he's Arab.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I don't
we
know if
all
I, you know.
we're all definitely okay. Eli is not a Muzzy, nor is he terrorist related, but it's really funny to say that he is because he
no
is
Okay.
from an Arab country.
no
He is
you
definitely Christian and a very good man.
He's
yeah,
from Lebanon.
I'm just playing into a bit here. No, Eli
Yeah,
is
but
seriously based from what I've
but here's the worst thing that came out of Lebanon. The worst thing that came out of Lebanon was Gad Sad.
I was gonna say Eli, but yeah, Gad
Yeah,
said for sure.
no. Gad Sad's even worse. Like he held a free speech conference and then kicked Faith Goldie out of it for something she said. And the irony
No,
wasn't
someone
lost
she
on him.
interviewed or like a podcast or something she went on. Not even something she said. It was like someone she was affiliated with online. I remember because Jordan Peterson got tied up. He was in that fucking stupid conference too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was running that thing alongside him.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
that's just pretty dumb. I'm gonna kick you out of my free speech conference for something somebody else said.
Just
No,
create
the
your own
irony.
free speech conference, bro.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Well,
Yeah.
Apex. Speaking of free speech, I mentioned while you were gone that the Whitfield Report has started an Odyssey channel, which the archive of this podcast will be uploaded on. But you seem to know Apex a lot more about Odyssey and all that than than I do, and I think it's
Well, the only thing that I know more than you is that it is attached to and partially powered by a person that I know exclusively from the IBS, whole old school blood sports community, and that is a character named Dispatch, who has been called many things, but like other people I've dealt with online that have been called many things, have not had that experience. Anyway, Bitwave.tv is Dispatch's website, but that's what is running. I guess that's what's hosting the videos on Odyssey, like that. His technology, and I know he's working directly with Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is. I know he's a fucking tech wizard. He always was. So whatever, dude.
Dispatch is extremely based.
Yeah, Dispatch is exactly. I like Dispatch a lot. I've never had. I don't think I've ever seen or done. I've never seen him do anything that I disagreed with. Specifically.
He literally made an entire streaming platform.
Yeah, he did what everyone says you can't do. Right, just him. And now it's the technology of which is being used for a bigger platform, of which he is, he's a part of, because he built the technology that they're now using. So yeah, it's. I think Odyssey's. I think Odyssey's got a bright future. Personally, I don't know much about it yet, other than that, but.
I mean,
but everybody sat there and complained like, "Oh, YouTube is censoring us. Oh, streaming is down.
That's right.
Oh, D-Live's starting to censor us. Oh, Trovos, getting pretty cooked."
Yeah, Stream.me. Fuck yeah, exactly. Well, meanwhile, fucking Xander's over there laying bricks, man.
I mean, and
good for him.
And people,
and I want to support it.
And people are saying, "Oh, go to BitChute," but no, sorry, man, BitChute sucks ass. So,
no, here's the thing. No, BitChute was actually deplatforming people that would criticize Ethan Ralph.
Yeah. Well, I stopped using BitChute just because it would take hours to load my content. So.
Yeah, BitChute is pretty bad.
And then
I saw Milker Nation was he's uploading the entire Milker archive to BitChute, and I was going to tag Odyssey underneath that, or just tell him to put it on Odyssey. But again, I don't know enough about the platform to be pushing it like that.
I think there is an hour limit. There is like an hour. You can only upload like a video up to an hour on Odyssey so far.
That's fine, dude. Do multi-parters.
Well, that's what I do with this podcast. I record them in multiple parts, and then when it gets to the 15...
I think you should take the time to chop the podcast up like you've done before. Just do it more. Do more cuts, because the more content you put out, the better it's going to be. I mean, you can condense some of the shit that we talk about in this, sometimes 3-hour fucking show, into little bite-sized segments. I mean, that's how I found some of the best things that I watch on the internet. Just by shows.
Yeah,
channels or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And there's actually like a bunch of. I'm actually working on kind of a quasi documentary right now, because I will have been I've been podcasting for a long ass time, but next year is gonna be like one of the big years. So I'm making.
What's next year?
15 years, I think.
15, that's what I thought. Jesus Christ, dude.
So
15 years?
Sammy's only 25 or 26 years old.
26. And
26 years old. So he's been podcasting since he was 11. 11!
He's still older than I am.
Aw, that's
cute. Since I was 13. Since 2008. Really,
that's a long time.
Really, I'm older than you, Pope.
Yeah, I'm only 21.
Oh,
Pope's a baby.
Well, Pope, you sound a lot. I don't want to I don't want to sound like a boomer here, but you sound a lot more mature than you are.
Oh boy, I'm not gonna sound like a boomer here, boy. But you sound mighty old for your age, you know.
if if I if I had if I had $1 for every time a boomer said that to me,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be able to retire out of.
You know, the best thing I can say about Pope is that old drunk Mr. Fantastic over there in Canadian over there in China refers to Pope as his best friend on the internet.
Yes, Turk
Yeah,
is my
so-
best friend on the internet.
Turk's dope. Turk.
Yeah, he's my best friend on the internet.
Well, Apex is my best friend on the internet.
That's not true. I
Yeah.
disavow.
Oh, that's just cold.
No, you don't. No, you don't, faggot.
Yeah. Hi, I'm gay actor Apex Gamer. I'm gay podcaster Sam Whitfield.
I'm gay podcaster Michael Douglas.
Hi, I'm gay co-host Michael Douglas. I'm here to fuck. I'm here to fuck.
Oh man, what if we got Michael Douglas on the show, and all he just did was sit there and say, "I'm gay" for 3 hours. That's
If
all
Bro,
he
I
said.
can show you a compilation that's about 50 minutes long of an exceptionally good Michael Douglas impression doing exactly that.
if
Oh,
if we
Yeah,
if we if we actually got Michael Douglas on the show, I would be asking him.
I would, no, dude. I would no. I don't give a fuck if Michael Douglas came on the show. I would want Nick Mullen on the show,
Oh,
and he could do not only could he do fucking gay Michael Douglas. He could do fucking fuck, what's his name? From Jurassic
oh,
Park.
Alan
who's the
Alan
guy?
Grant.
Wait,
No,
who's the guy on Cumtown that does the Ben Shapiro impression?
that is Nick Mullen. Nick Mullen
Mullen?
basically does all of the impressions. Yeah.
Nick Mullen basically carries that whole podcast on his shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stavros is the fucking laugh track, and Adam is the punching bag. Nick is just a fucking. They
Yeah.
constantly reel him in from going with racy shit, or, being super racist, making super racist jokes.
Yeah,
I-
which one is the fat one?
Stav.
Stop.
Stavros, yeah.
Stav. Stav is the I saw a great comment today on one of the videos, which is, I wish I had a friend who laughed at everything I said.
Yes.
The way Stav laughed at Nick.
No,
Yeah,
they
Stav
need
is
to
like the
get rid of
perfect
the fat
audience.
one. No, they need to get rid of the fat one.
Well, he's Greek, so he's got an excuse.
Yeah, no. Like the only reason they should get rid of him is because he's fat.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Nothing more,
But
nothing
he's-
less.
But he's also a punchline because of that. So he plays it well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's degenerate as fuck.
Stav.
But it was very fun.
Stav, actually, I haven't watched it yet, but he has one of those shorts on he has like one of those comedy shorts on like Comedy Central's YouTube channel or something like that pops up in the algorithm every time.
Oh yeah.
Ew, Comedy Central.
I know.
Literally, the only good thing Comedy Central has is South Park at this point. They literally have nothing else anymore ever since Futurama stopped airing.
I mean,
Dude, South Park's the only thing left.
I mean,
Yeah,
Comedy
They
Central.
don't,
Comedy
they
Central
don't
is.
even rerun. Oh,
I
Right,
was
Sam?
I was just gonna say Comedy Central is kind of like MTV now, where they don't actually do comedy anymore. Just like MTV doesn't do music videos at all anymore.
Yeah. But here's the worst thing. They don't even have reruns of what's it called? They don't even do reruns of Futurama anymore.
Yeah,
Fuck Futurama anymore.
and that's because of a rights thing, I believe. So
Oh, that's just disgusting. But
Yeah, dude. Futurama's good.
Dave,
That's an
oh,
unsung hero.
Dave Chappelle. I know we talked about this a little bit at the end of last week's podcast, but Dave Chappelle is I mean, say what you will, but
Dave Chappelle,
he's a legend.
yeah, he's a national treasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the dude. I mean, the dude has a good sense of humor.
And he
I mean, not only that, but he definitely he's got a good core too. Because that whole time he was quote unquote disappeared, or like the meme is that he was in Africa, which he did go to Africa, but throughout that time he became kind of popular for just showing up in random fucking places, tiny little venues, and just doing an hour and talking to people and shit, you know, because he still wanted to talk to people and be funny and work on jokes and whatever. I mean, honestly, his more recent specials are not nearly as funny, but I think I give him credit for the times and being influenced by the fucking atmosphere a little bit. But the best rise above that, which he does still do at times. But yeah, dude, like if he were doing the Chappelle show now, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard one of the reasons he actually canceled the Dave Chappelle show is because he had interns that they just sat there and laughed at everything he did, literally everything he did. They would just sit there and laugh at it, and it just made him uncomfortable. He's just like, I gotta go.
Well, yeah, I don't know that I've heard like a full comprehensive, not out of his mouth anyway, comprehensive breakdown of why it all went down the way it did. He was just on Joe Rogan again, which I know, Sam, we did kind of talk about, but I haven't watched that whole podcast because I don't
have Spotify.
I've started listening to it, and it's one of those things I stop and start, and then I have to start.
So it's not that interesting then. Hi, Keck Boy.
I will say Joe Rogan is my boy.
This is our very own Kenny Jones.
Any slander. Yeah, I will not hear any slander of my boy.
No, I still love. I mean, shoot, this whole kind of free flow format is kind of based off of Rogan's thing that we've got going now.
No, he just did it first, man, and stuck with it, and
yeah,
you know, it's just the natural course of events, which is why he's forced to be so humble, because he didn't fucking do anything except continue to do something. You know what I mean? Like
no. Here's my opinion on Joe Rogan. Whenever Joe Rogan tries to be deep or intellectual, that is when he's at his peak comedy.
Yeah, when he's not even trying to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just like whenever he tries to be smart, or whenever somebody's saying something, he's like, "Oh wow, hey, have you ever heard about that monkey that tore a gorilla apart?"
Yeah, something like that.
I was just like,
I heard the serotonin levels in his brain was like off the charts, bro. See, my strong bone brew. Oh no, that's Alex Jones. One of my products at my company that I don't promote because I'm too cool for that.
Alpha,
but I wear
Alpha
my
Brain.
products all the Alpha Brain. There we go. Alpha Brain makes your bone stronger. That's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I Sam.
Think one of the.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Fat Kick Boy. Prayers for you and your family right now.
Oh, do we have a do we have, as what Kraut would say, a fat boy?
Yeah, my older brother, he got both COVID and pneumonia.
Oof.
He's in hospital right now, but he's doing better. I was like,
that sounds like fun.
I know, man. I was like, ooh, man, that's a double whammy right there.
Yeah.
You know, and my oldest brother last year, he got COVID and he got better. And I'm just looking at God. I'm going, am I going to be next on this list? Because my oldest brother got it, my older brother got it, and my next.
I had COVID. It was bad for a week. Then I was okay. But I still have a weak sense of smell.
How would you compare it to the flu?
Really, I've had flus worse than COVID.
Yeah.
I've had
because the flu's had decades upon decades to change and find. You know what? COVID will probably be a problem in 20 years. I mean, it's just another version of the flu. It really is. It's different, but it's so much similar. That's basically what the science says.
Well, I mean, I just think in a few years, COVID, it's just going to disappear. You know. I mean, people. I think what's going to be is that if somebody catches a flu, whatever, an actual flu, they're just going to call it COVID. When really it'd be a flu or pneumonia or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what.
They're trying to lie about it.
Well,
but anyway, I told my brother's
no joke.
Yeah, pneumonia. I don't think I've ever had pneumonia, but I've had the flu. And
I've never had pneumonia, but no, it'll still kill you, even with modern day medicine. It'll still kill you.
Oh yeah, my little brother, actually, the one that unfortunately passed away recently, was born with pneumonia. I remember pretty vividly.
Oh wow!
A week back and forth to and from the hospital, and hearing the doctors remember little images of the doctors. Like I don't know. It's just all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, he obviously survived.
Well,
and lived a great long 26 years.
Well, I told my brother's wife, I said, whatever you do not let him get the fucking vaccine, because the vaccine is worse than the fucking virus itself, the COVID itself, you know?
Well, it can be for some people, but it doesn't seem to be for everybody. I've talked to a bunch of people that have been vaccinated, and they're like, it's nothing. I mean, some people have gotten kind of woozy, kind of sickly, but same with the flu shot, dude. I've never gotten a flu shot. I've never gotten a flu shot either. I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. Why don't they? I mean, the flu, again, is way more pervasive at this point in our lives.
Why don't we have
vaccination cards for that? Sammy, what are you doing, you motherfucker? We're getting your phone.
I was just checking a page.
You look like a mushroom.
Oh yeah, with my.
Anyway, I want to talk about.
Check your phone. How dare you check your phone?
Oh yeah, how dare I check to see if a PayPal dono just came in?
Oh! How dare you!
Oh, ew! You actually respect your fans and listeners.
Oh, I know. How dare I actually respect my audience and my chat? And
yeah. Oh, like you haven't drunkenly doxed them for fun?
No, not.
What?
I haven't doxed anyone.
Well, you know what? That's just disgusting.
I know. I know. I'm a podcaster with actual ethics and mostly morals. So.
Oh man, that is beyond disgusting. You make me so sick. At this very moment.
Except I'm kind of. Well, some people would call me a pervert, but I would say I'm more of a connoisseur of large-breasted women. So, take that what you will. So, but
anyway, the reason I came on, well, bottom line is my brother. He's getting better. He's still be in a hospital for a few more days. But the reason I came on, y'all were talking about comedy, like Comedy Central and old shows on there, past TV shows. I mean, remember Comedy Central in the '90s had MST3K. Then in the 2000s is where they had the best. The best show was the Chappelle Show and Tough Crowd, and some of their animated shows like what was I'm trying to remember what was that one animated show that was popular in the 2000s. The one with the princess, that black raccoon girl, the pig. Drawn Together. That's right, Drawn Together. Yeah, that was a. Bottom line, Comedy Central was funny back then, and so was South Park. But I just think that, like The Simpsons, South Park needs to. Both Simpsons and South Park just need to die already. Because
Hold the fucking phone. You need to watch your tone, sir. The Simpsons should have self-immolated a long time ago. But South Park is still funny. And the one thing that does happen that people don't really often realize is you get old. You get older, and shit changes, and the things that you like change along with the times that are not you. And yeah, it's not funny to you, but it still some things exist. So that are solely propped up, especially media. Goddamn, most of the media. But South Park, while it's still under Matt and Trey's fucking direction, I am on board with. The second those dudes are either dead or not in charge of the operation, I'll probably check out. Quite frankly, depending on the direction it goes. But those two motherfuckers, I have faith in.
I mean,
it's not every season has been as funny as the first 10.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not funny all the time. And they've had some funny episodes, but others been duds. But I think, can we all agree that South Park is what's keeping Comedy Central alive?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, dude, and the other thing that you have to, I mean, it's almost like you could almost compare it to like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle doing, like we were talking about earlier, going to these random places and doing an hour with these people and just riffing and working on jokes that some of them probably don't work. This is a show that in 6 days gets conceptualized, voiced, and animated every week, for season after season after season. So that fact in and of itself is just kind of deserves some. I mean, the whole current events thing. I watched back the whole Mr. Garrison as Donald Trump saga, and that shit made me laugh really hard.
Caitlyn Jenner was VP.
Who was that? Yeah, when Caitlyn Jenner was dude, that shit is fucking funny, bro. And everyone hated it back in the day. But I think that's I don't know. I've not seen a South Park. Well, that's not true. I mean, I've seen South Parks that it's funny, but recently
I'll give South Park credit. Some of their stuff, they do some red pilling on there.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, actually, most of it is.
Almost always they do. That's the point. Like, it's almost always a red pill. I mean, one little knock, I guess you could say, but it's like a staple of the show is like there's always a message. There's always something, some sort of message that's tied up by Kyle or something, at the end.
Or Stan.
Or Stan's. And it's always, sometimes it's a bit, but it's almost always real. It's something relevant that, people can take from it. Steely, I'm going to murder you. I'm going to pull that spine out of you and replace it with a robot one.
Shut up, Apex.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Steely is a good man.
And y'all were talking about, like, MTV. That channel needs to die.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, definitely.
Well, that channel died in, like, basically around the time that grunge died. As much as I hate to...
I think it... Well, I kind of disagree. I think it really died when TRL died. Or when they got rid of the... MTV was awesome. Can we all agree that MTV was at its best in the 90s with, like, so many shows like Beavis and Butthead, The Head, Oddities, The Max, all those old cartoon shows. Aeon Flux.
I mean, I liked it when...
you pulled me back there, man, because for a second, I mean, you were talking about when TRL got canceled, being your the watershed moment for them. But I think I agree with most of those shows.
I mean,
in the 90s in particular.
Like, do y'all remember in the 2000s when VH1 they had those love shows like Rock of Love? What was that other show? The Flavor Flav show.
Yeah, I do.
They all try to find love.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Flavor of Love.
Like, yeah, that was like fun. Those were like some interesting shows, and some of the women there, they were really ratchet, but some were hot. However,
Listen,
my favorite.
reality TV show is fucking cancer. Period. I mean, MTV was at its finest in the '80s when it just played music, when it was
Yes.
music television.
Thank you, Mr. Co-host. Yes,
Well, I was saying, I mean, it's trash, but it's some of it can be entertaining.
Some
No,
of
my
it.
favorite show.
Some of it
If there
can
was
be.
one show that I would love to see being brought back that I liked for VH1, it's Behind the Music. I mean, they've had all the old rock bands, rap groups, and all that. One of my favorite episodes was when they did Pantera.
Yeah, but those are more like music documentaries though too. That's a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the documentaries. You know, talking about some of the bands or singers that were talking about.
Yeah,
I enjoy that show.
Yeah, that I mean, I that's not necessarily the same
Yeah.
as reality TV, but that's I get what you're saying. So.
But did Aeon Flux ever get an actual ending, or not really?
Not really.
Oh, so there's no point in watching it then.
I did the one show I did like was the one reality show I did like was Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. So.
Can we just talk about how much of an evil person Gene Simmons is?
I mean, I mean he is, but he's a genius marketer. So.
Oh yeah, but no, I just gotta say, like, how do you agree to do a what's it called? Make a Wish thing? You know, the Make a Wish Foundation. One of the Make a Wish Foundation wishes was some kid with cancer wanted Gene Simmons to sign his Kiss shirt. Gene Simmons refused to do it because, quote unquote, the shirt was fake.
Yeah, I mean that's Gene being a I think he did end up like giving the kid like an authentic Kiss shirt and signing it, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's just a little excessive.
Yeah, no. Well,
Remember when Gene Simmons had an AFL or arena football team, and it's called the LA Kiss?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I was around for that. So.
I was too. They did a reality show about it too.
Yes, I also remember when Shannon Tweed came close to dumping him on HLN too. That was funny.
Oh wait.
So.
Wait, he was going out with the Shannon Gaines, Gator.
No,
Gator.
no, Shannon Tweed. He's married to well, he probably did go out with Shannon Gaines too at some point. He's good God.
Yeah. Oh man, this is the new timeline. I
have a friend who does
Gator.
a Gene Simmons impression. I'll have to invite him on sometime.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, no, this is the lore now. Shannon Gaines, the Gator gamer, was in a relationship with Gene Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that can't be true. Is that true?
No, but
it is in my mind. Also, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, Pope.
Later, Pope. Well, and to that end, it is kind of getting late here as well, so
yes, it is.
We should
2
probably...
hours is later than usual.
Hey, yeah. Oh, Sam, speaking of rock stars and reality shows, did you hear that Sharon Osbourne's actually talking about bringing back the Osbourne shows?
Heal yourself.
Yeah,
not you, mate. I'm talking about the Osbournes.
I'm surprised they're alive. Period. But yeah, no, I've heard that.
Right,
but
kill yourself.
But we'll have to see about that. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. God bless. God save this great nation. Don't kill yourselves unless you're unless you're Apex. In which case,
a pedophile, member, a pedophile, otherwise sex criminal.
A Clinton.
Stay healthy and take your vitamins.
A Clinton. And don't take the vaccine, whatever you do. What? Did I say that at the end?
Whoops. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless. God save the Skate Nation. Don't take the vaccine. Damn it. Did it again. And I'll see you on the next episode of the show.
Thanks for listening to The Whitfield Report on the NGC Network. Please visit Sam's website at www.thesamwhitfield.com and support Sam on Patreon at patreon.com/Whitfield Report. Until next time, God bless, God save this great nation, and God, freedom, legacy, in that order.